Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon and I'm back again with another book review. This is the sixth book in the Wheel of Time series, written by, of course, Robert Jordan. And, of course, as you have probably noticed from me reading the entire series as a glutton for punishment, it's actually nothing out of the ordinary for me to do. I've read Homestuck, so needless to say, I still think, and I know a lot of viewers of mine will think this is debatable, but I do believe that Homestuck is the longest epic ever written, but it's digital, so we cannot include that in textual format. Thusly, coming to my conclusion, ergo, I believe that The Wheel of Time is the longest saga ever written in modern literature, or in the genre of fantasy alone. So, yeah, Homestuck can't compare with that. Actually it could now because it's, I do believe it is being printed. So, yeah, Robert, you might have a competitor. But anyway, getting back to topic, it focuses on Rand al'Thor and, of course, the Aes Sedai and the Game of Houses and everything that's happening in that complicated sort of narrative that we come across quite a few and I can't even talk, quite a few times in Wheel of Time. And he talks about the different ages in the Wheel of Time, and this particular age has its own number. And I like the way that he explains everything in such a manner that, yes, it's easy to grasp, but there are other there are other elements that you think, I wonder what's going on here. And you get kind of lost. I'm going to admit to that, but it's, despite all that, it's still, it's prosaic in its writing, but it's actually poetic because he's very detail oriented. And this one, at least in my opinion, is all about Rand and him ascending the throne and his power. And then there's a moment where you think Rand is losing his mind. The Saidar is beginning to eat away at his humanity, and he can't really control himself anymore. The one power, the male side of the one power, which is different from the female side, at least from what I can gather, because there are two sides of the one power, which I find I really like that. I love that element in the books and the world building, because that's the one thing that really stands out to me, because in reality there is yin and yang, so there is a lot of truth to that. There's a balance. And of course you have the Black Aes Sedai, and it's like the Aes Sedai are fighting amongst themselves. You can't trust them, and there's dissension amongst them. There's mutiny, and you think, this is not good at all. And of course, we know a few Aes Sedai have fallen, and a lot of other characters have perished in these massive, gory battles. And my favorite character, Morraine, actually died, and it killed me. I thought, no, you can't kill her. She's one of my favorite characters. But I was sad when she died. She did it as a sacrifice. I know I tried not to spoil that earlier, but she died in the subsequent book. So, yeah, I can spoil that now. She's gone, and Rand has to adjust to that, and you can just see him. Heavy lies the crown is the phrase that comes to mind, which is very Shakespearean, and it really suits him. I don't really know that much else to say about Lord Chaos. It's not so long as the other books. I'm not including the glossary here, but it's 699 pages without counting the glossary. which, if you've read the other Wheel of Time books, it's really, it's not even comparable. It just keeps getting better and better. I'm serious. I thought there's no way that the books can outdo each other, but yeah, actually there is. And one thing I really like also about Wheel of Time is what's known as the Realm of Dreams, and certain Aes Sedai who can actually travel into dreams. And some, like Rand, his mind is hard to penetrate. So it's interesting. It's like he puts up wards to block the Aes Sedai from getting inside of his head, which kind of makes you wonder if he's plotting something, which more than likely he is. But nonetheless, it's well written, well executed, just absolutely sumptuous. It's, for people like me who love world building, it's a feast. And I've currently started reading Crown of Swords, which is the 7th book in the series. There are 14 in all, unless you count New Spring, which I would say that would be the 15th book. So there are 15 books in the series, and it's very interesting. It's become even better. So I will let you know as soon as I've read it. But Lord of Chaos was just stellar. all the books have been absolutely fantastic, and I have a hardback here, which was really difficult to well, not really difficult to come by. It's in good condition. I got it from what's the name of the company? Thrift Book. Yeah, Thrift Book is a very good store. I think it's even better than Edward R. Hamilton. And what I was unable to actually find at the local half price, I actually located at Thrift Book. And of course, the whole series is also on Amazon, but I wouldn't recommend getting it from Amazon because it's much cheaper via Thrift Book. That's pretty much all I have to say about Lord of Chaos. And when I get through with Crown of Swords, I will be doing the review of that as well. So, until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao tutti.